The biggest real estate crisis since 2008. Is that true? I found a nice video what we have to take a look about, because this is crucial for the real estate market worldwide, especially in the US. Let's go in. Hello and welcome back to our channel. My name is Kevin Beutel. I'm the CEO and founder of the Bali Investment Group. And today we take a look. Is it really the biggest crisis since 2008, where the financial market goes extremely down, the real estate bubble in the US exploded, and worldwide everything going down? We will take a look about this. But before, make sure that you subscribe our channel and push the like button, because we have more interesting content coming out soon for you. And now we take a look at this. This is Bali Invest, a big YouTube channel with more than 250,000 subscribers, and in the last 3 days they get already more than 100,000 views. We will take a look and I will make a reaction on this video.
Well, the United States government has avoided a complete financial disaster the past few years. And here are just a few of the tricks that they pulled out of their sleeve, like David Copperfield, a magician. Number one, printing trillions of dollars, artificially lowering interest rates, followed by rate hikes, and then selling off a lot of treasury bonds.
What we have here right now, printing money a lot, then put the interest rate up. This is already two indicators who's really bad for sure. And we have to imagine the US printed over 50% of all the existing money in the last few years. It's completely out of range.
But now we're seeing a breaking point via a commercial real estate crash. This is not speculation. It's unfolding right before our eyes. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell warned, quote, "There will be bank failures," end quote.
So, and this is not a random person. This have a really high position, and even he said that there will be many banks going down and that this starting a run. Like, maybe you know the game Domino, and one after the other falling. I think it's not good news.
The Senate Banking Committee in early March. So how did we get here? Well, the pandemic marked an important change in the United States workplace. The work from home revolution changed everything in the once profitable office space. So people would go to work, they'd go to offices, retailers would open offices and space all around there, coffee shops and everything else for people to have lunch and breaks and all of that. But then when no one shows up to those offices anymore, that whole economy collapses in these cities, right?
That's an interesting point. Near everyone can working from home. Why I have to sit in an office where it's loud, a lot of other people. Maybe I don't like the other employees. Maybe they're annoying me. Maybe I cannot work so focused. Or maybe I have make a contract with the boss that I can working from home. So the people want to make more flexible, and also they're in a better position. They can say, hey, can I work from home? Oh, no, you cannot. Okay, I go to the other company. If you have the right qualification, you can choose your job. When the people are outside from the city and they're working from home, less people come in the city, and maybe some offices also have to close because it don't make sense anymore. Interesting point.
The World Economic Forum, the likes of Klaus Schwab, don't want you to work in offices. Their dream, of course, is that you'll work from home. You will work at home. You will live in a 15-minute city. You will do all walking, ride your bike, and you will not leave that 15-minute zone. And the idea is you can get anywhere within 15 minutes by walking or riding your bike.
Interesting what he said, that Klaus Schwab, the leader of the World Economic Forum, said that you have to reach everything in 15 minutes around you, and that the people don't need to go out. And this everywhere in the world sounds like an ambitious goal. When I take a look here in Bali, I can find a gym in 15 minutes, I can find a spa, I can find restaurants.
And they don't want you to visit grandma 45 minutes away and using your carbon footprint to drive your vehicle there. So they love this. They absolutely loved what happened during the pandemic, and they want it to continue and repeat. Moody's Analytics found that 19.6% of office spaces were not leased in the fourth quarter of 2023, up from 18% in 2022. Commercial leases usually have a 5 to 10 year lifespan, many of which are coming due this year and into 2025. It's estimated that nearly 1.5 trillion in commercial real estate loans are due for repayment by the end of next year. Can you imagine? This, combined with higher interest rates, has put immense pressure on leaseholders. And now we're seeing multiple businesses defaulting on their loans.
This is the biggest real estate crisis since 2008. A lot of office space around the world is now redundant. There's too much of it. And that's why we're seeing such massive value declines.
There's a building in Manhattan owned by Blackstone that's being marketed at a roughly 50% discount.
Okay, the price is going down to 50%, yeah? This is a lot. We had already other video on our channel where we also was talk about the topics that it's getting more and more hard for real estate brokers to sell properties. And now we see also here that there's an overall crisis. It's crazy how different the world is, yeah? Here in Asia, everything raised up, and in the Western world, everything goes down. Not US is the only country where this happened. In Germany, it's near the same. Just today, I read some news where BASF is one of the biggest German company, and they also closed now and move out to other countries. And I think like 2,500 people losing their jobs.
Aeon Center, third tallest building in LA, sold in December for a 45% discount.
There's been Chinese developers run into trouble, and some of them have been threatened with the loss of their buildings as well. So this is happening around the world and will continue to happen.
Because interest rates are higher now than they were when their loans were originated 5 to 10 years ago, refinancing doesn't make a lot of sense, especially with the uncertainty in leasing. And there's no one coming into the office. See, it's a perfect storm. The office space is basically obsolete now. Gone are the Mad Men era of people coming into the city and commuting 2 hours.
But what can be a solution for this? Yeah. Also, if you have any solution or you have any opinion, just write it in the comments. For me, we see that especially for people who don't have so much money, they need small flats near to the city, and maybe it's a possibility for investors to buy such commercial offices and change them, make a big renovation, make small flats in, and let people live there. Maybe this could be a possibility to get more space for living.
Even implementing a hybrid work model doesn't make sense for these leaseholders anymore. Due to declining values, defaulting loans in the commercial real estate space, smaller banks are feeling the pinch right now. Regional banks with a high percentage of commercial properties on their balance sheets are set to fail. Federal Reserve data from September of 2023 showed that commercial real estate comprised 44% versus only 14% of the country's 25 big banks.
People at the Federal Reserve have been worried for at least 8 years about commercial real estate and the threat of a bubble. But in a way, it is the acceptable byproduct of the larger picture, which is to try and cure the economic woes from the financial crisis. Nothing really was done to prevent commercial real estate prices soaring.
There is so much volatility happening in the commercial and office space right now. And a lot of banks are holding debt on commercial office spaces. And an increasing number of commercial landlords are defaulting on their loans each month. Even some of the biggest names in the commercial real estate game, like Blackstone, have defaulted on commercial mortgages and have handed back the keys of their office buildings. Can you imagine?
Also, this is a big statement when we see here the office loan for sale at 50% discount, the market from 308 million to 150 million. Yeah, it's extremely.
A company like Blackstone can't make it. It's not looking good for anyone else. I know it's easy to disassociate from this problem entirely. Bank collapses can seem distant to the average American. But imagine if it's your bank and you go down to get your money out and find out that that bank is no longer there. So the truth is, when the entire systems like this collapse, the downstream effects are widespread. Generally speaking, your bank account is safe if it's protected by FDIC insurance, right? But stress on the banking system can trigger a recession and put a lot of pressure on smaller banks. And of course, when the little guys get gobbled up, the big banks become even more powerful.
This is also a big point. Make sure where you have your money. For sure, there's always the government who can give money to the bank, or the big banks buying the small banks, and you are safe with your money. But when you take on the bigger picture, when you take a look worldwide, is the dollar still safe? It's the reserve currency of the world right now. But the big deal from America and South Arabia is already over right now. The BRICS states get stronger and stronger, and more people don't use the dollar anymore. We know the conflict from US and Russia. Also, they have different payment systems now. So it's a big change. So I always just can say, make a diversification of your portfolio. Don't store all your money on your bank account. Don't store all in fiat. I just can buy Bitcoin, have it on your decentralized wallet, there you make nothing wrong, or invest it in real estate in different countries. For sure, we just can tell you, Bali is amazing. Bali is amazing opportunity. You know this already about many other videos. And when you want to have information about this, yeah, then take a look here in the video descriptions of our website and then get in touch with us. We're for sure glad to give you information about this. And I think we have seen enough already about this. Now it's up to you what you do with this information. You can go deeper in, you can make research by yourself and not just trust the mainstream medias. Get to alternative medias like here on YouTube, follow our channel, and we see us soon in one of the next videos.